Good afternoon, and I'm present with some group of women from the Women in Peacebuilding Network, for short, WIPNET. Good afternoon. You people protested recently over the wave of killings in or across Liberia, which prompted the Justice Minister Bennedict Sannoh to have said that the autopsy report of the lady who allegedly committed suicide, Victoria Cecelia, who allegedly committed suicide in the police holding cell that's in the Hotel Africa area, that report was going to be in the country on last week Friday. And you have been visiting the Justice Ministry. What have you been gathering from the authorities there as we speak?
Well, we are trying to unearth a case that took place at the police cell. That a 21-year-old girl was allegedly, the police said she hung herself. So we are trying to help with this investigation so that we can have speedy trial. We are also investigating the death of the two boys on the highway that allegedly, according to the Justice Minister, entered the car and they died from it. We are also investigating a rape case. A girl that came from school and she was picked up in a car, taken to a different location, raped, and the perpetrator escaped. We are trying to unearth that. We will not sit in Liberia and watch all of this happen, especially to women. Even men will not do it. So we want a safe society to live in. So we are doing the investigation. We went to the Justice Ministry today because they told us the findings are going to come out on Friday. And we know that investigation, it takes time. We don't want to make a mistake like other cases that will push them to the wall. We are giving them enough time. The autopsy is over. We are trying to get the findings on the autopsy that they will give to the parents. So we are behind the Justice Minister. He's not here, he's out of the country. When he come back, so that we can know what really happened to Victoria Cecelia in itself.
So who did you meet today at the Justice Ministry?
Well, we met the Solicitor General.
And what did she say concerning the autopsy report?
Well, the autopsy, they are still doing investigation.
How long is this going to take?
You know the court proceeding. And we don't want to lose this case. We want all of the evidence. We ourselves helping, working in the community to make sure that we build up the case. And when we build up the case, and we know, WIPNET know that this thing happened. She was murdering herself or this happened to her, we want the facts. We don't want to take the case to court and they tell us we don't have sufficient evidence like they did in the India case.
What is the cause of the report not being released now? Because I mean, it's been delayed since the 20th of October, and the autopsy was either conducted or performed on Victoria on the 11th of November.
Yes, we are still.
You know, the thing is court proceeding, and equally so the Justice Minister does not want to make an error. The people who conducted the autopsy, they were not Liberians. They got to do their own findings. They got to go and do their labs, go do all of their investigation. They themselves don't want to come down with error. So whether the autopsy report here or not, we don't know. And the Justice Minister himself have not said whether he's here or not. He himself is in contact with the people. The people have not said anything yet. So we can't come to a conclusion. Nobody want to fail this time around.
Since Delphine, we know that an investigation case takes quite a long time, and you being an advocacy for women, what do you make of this case? Do you think we still have a long way to go in this case to bring justice to the aggrieved family?
Well, we can tell you from WIPNET's end that we are going to follow up this case. As we told you the other day, the implementation is what we are interested in, and it is on course. We have had 2 days conference with the Ministry of Justice, with some of the authorities, the hierarchies. And I want to also take you back to the Inchetopa case. We have more than one pathologist that came to give the findings for the body. So if you heard that pathology had come and they have prepared their report, maybe the ministry is not yet ready.
Do we expect the same in the case of Victoria Zeze?
It could be, because we want fights about this body. We want fights about the death of Victoria.
What do you think is happening with the delay of this report?
Just to get the facts surrounding the report, what is happening is that we want to have a conclusive report and not haphazard report. You don't have report given to public when the report is not concluded. We don't want to jump the horse before anything. So we want it to be exhausted, and it will be exhaustive. That is to say, if it means that other people come in, other pathologists come in, if it means that this case will last for the next 1 year, we will have justice.
So it means that the family will continue to be grieving for the period of 1 or 2 years as we go into this case.
One good thing I want you to understand is that justice delay is not justice denied. The parents will have to abide by whatever the findings will be like until justice is dispensed. We are not going to rush with this case for us to not have the past experiences where they will talk about sentiments. We don't want that language anymore. And so for that reason, we will take our time for us to make sure that every step of the way we get the facts and we got those evidence, that nobody will come out to say what they have said is not true. We want it to be crystal clear.
Says Bernice, are you contemplating of going to court if it is found that indeed Victoria was killed in the cell and she did not commit suicide by herself?
Definitely we'll have to go to court. And the case is in twofold. Like for example, you have the government. Victoria was taken to the police station under the custody of the police. They were supposed to protect her. If you read the Constitution, it tell you that they are under obligation to protect us as citizens. And she died in a police cell. So we are asking question, why? And that allegedly, she died in a police cell. They found her in a police cell and they said she allegedly hung herself. Now, if she hung herself, we want to know why she hung herself, the first thing. The second thing, the instrument she used to hang herself. The third thing, why did they take her to Redemption Hospital when her parents lived 1 minute walk from the police station? Why did they change her name from Victoria Zeze to another name? So the motive behind that's another investigation.
Does that raises some suspicion into her death?
I would say yes, because she was in police custody. Her parents went for her, the community chairman went for her, and they said no. Why you say no? Somebody waste, somebody grumpy, cost 1,500. Community leader go release the person in my custody, but tomorrow morning. It's usually done in every community, and the police commander say no. You will keep together till the next morning. Why? The motive is what we want to know. Because actually on the surface, it was very wrong for the police commander to refuse the veterans to say into the custody of the community leader when they wanted a community investigation. But that is another case. But the second year, the meanwhile we are on, the cause of death to be established. And it takes, like the India tobacco case, we had 3 pathologists to come. The Akwe man did the autopsy, the Cuban woman and another American that came and did the autopsy. 3 autopsies. So we did 1. They will have to provide the money if there's another autopsy.
So it seems that we're going to have, in this case, 2 to 3 pathologists come to
we can have 10 or 15.
If it requires that to establish a fight, we will.
Yes.
And the pathetic part of Victoria's death is that Victoria was pregnant according to her parents.
Okay.
So if Victoria was pregnant the night she was put to jail, according to the police, she hung herself. Then that surely has to be investigated. They were without interest.
Okay.
Because according to the parents, Victoria was not sick. She was a normal human being. According to them, she entered the jail. So if they all refuse for Victoria to have been released that night for wasting a grumpy kidney, then it raises Abra. So this is why we have interest to go to the bottleneck of this case to see why Victoria release could not be accepted by the police, but she went to jail that night, and that same night, according to her, she hung herself over Lapa. And according to Victoria's mother, Victoria did not carry Lapa in the jail. So as we're telling you, they are concluding all of these things, and we ourselves going around doing our own investigation in the communities. When they bring out their findings, we bring ours and compare it with theirs. And then we all sit on a bigger table because the public is awaiting us for results. So we are going in and out to make sure that we get the findings and be able to release to the public.
Furthermore, Cecelia, do you think the police actually destroy evidence by removing the body of Victoria when she was allegedly found hanging in their cell?
They thought they destroyed evidence, but it was not done. They did not destroy any evidence. The fact remains that the crime that was committed, it was a crime that it was not the one that you say can be billable. It's not billable. This is just a simple assault or disorderly conduct where anybody could have gone to sign for this particular release of Victoria. So until the next day, the good thing about it is that the community chairperson or chairman went there along with the mother that sells Sinkor right in the place, and the very police eats from her. So this is somebody that they know personally. Can we keep our daughter until the next day and then we bring her? They refuse. What was the motive? What was the intent? Why did they refuse? Why? Why did they refuse? She didn't kill. She didn't arm rob. That if anything else she could escape. It's something wasting Grampy. And then from racing Grampy, nobody brought you. And with most of that, cuts all on her. Catching all over her. You, the police, you see that. The person that brought her had nothing like gash or whatever on her. But she sustained injury. Then you still took her and put her in a cell. People coming to you, appealing to you. So what is the motive? What's the intent? Why? What is it? So whether they wanted to destroy evidence or not, it can't be destroyed. Because the good thing, she died in their protection, under their protection.